Can you hear me?
All right, start moving your mic.
Now I can't hear you.
Synchronized mic movement.
Okay, there we go. I kept saying, "Can you hear me?" And then you started talking and I couldn't hear you.
Oh my
Uh,
God. I've got new headphones.
oh,
Yeah, I've got like Bose,
nice.
whatever.
Very nice. Yeah, I've got a new position for my microphone, which is great because like I can put it anywhere. It looks like it's just coming out of the sky. So, I
Like
mean, so does yours. But
boom operator,
I know.
mine just does this.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Well, no, this is great for because when I'm streaming, uh the Cintiq's right here. So I go over here and then I just bring it bring it over here. So
but let me say, I mean, just without pre-planning, you've got your mic on the right side, the appropriate side. I've got mine, compared to mine. So, we are encapsulating ourselves in the frame.
right.
And that's good storytelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
This seems kind of weird now. I don't know. Ugh.
It is good storytelling and we're so good at it that just naturally happened
Mhm, mhm.
because we're
Oh,
yeah. So after a very long cold open. Welcome to Comics in the Making. My name is Ryan Holgerson. I'm the creator of Slackmatic, and I'm joined, as always, by Levi Erickson, the creator of the Big. Levi, how you doing today, man?
I am exhausted with no end in sight.
That good, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, huh?
It is good because I'm still riding the endorphin rush of what we did last weekend.
Yeah, I know. Um, so we're gonna talk about what we did last weekend. I don't know if I'm riding the endorphin rush anymore. I feel like uh, today was the first day I didn't have to do anything since our weekend. Um, and so I think I'm actually coming down. Uh, but what Levi was talking about was this past weekend we went to Eddie Pecan in West Mifflin, Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh, and this was the inaugural show for that, put on by Ed Piskor's family. Um, and we've been talking about it in previous episodes, of course. Uh, uh, when they announced this, I mean, I think it was within hours or minutes, maybe, that I was like, "We're doing this," and sending Levi a message going, "I like." I'm doing this. Do you want to do this? And he was like, yeah, yeah, we're doing this. Uh and so it finally happened this past weekend. Um so we're gonna recap this journey that we went on. This is the and you can check out, I've been doing some streams uh uh of drawing comics, and I think in the second episode I was actually just kind of talking about this. I honestly maybe got a little more candid than I will here. Um and that's fine. Uh but this is the furthest I've traveled for a show since like before my daughter was born. I mean, probably 2006 or 7 was the last time I went to space in Columbus. And so we're talking What is that? You know what? We don't do math here. It's a long time. It's been a really long time since I've traveled this far for a show. Um, and so I was a little I was a little nervous, kinda. I don't know. I don't know if I was nervous, you know. I was just really excited.
Yeah.
Um so yeah, so Friday night, I picked up Levi. Uh we headed out of Charlotte at like 4 o'clock
Yeah.
in the afternoon, which
You know,
we live around Charlotte, which is a major metropolitan area, on a Friday at 4 o'clock. Maybe not the best time to be leaving. And but it worked out great. Honestly, we got out of here no problem.
yeah, it would I've left Charlotte on Fridays with the band many, many, many times, and it's always been a nightmare.
Yeah,
But luckily, for us, however it came to be, like traffic wise, was not that big a deal.
yeah,
And we had good weather. I mean, it was just like everything aligned to make this as streamlined as it could be as we headed up 77 through North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, and so on.
yeah. No, I mean it was perfect traveling.
Yeah.
All the way to the hotel. We got to the hotel. We
Hold up,
got to our door.
hold up.
What?
Back it, bring it back a few miles.
Okay.
We made a stop.
Oh yeah, we did stop. We stopped. You know what? We made two stops. Yeah, okay. If we're actually gonna go that in depth.
Yeah.
Okay. Our first stop,
Pull out.
we stopped at Hillsville, Virginia, which I have made for whatever reason. I have stopped at this gas station a few times. It's like one of the first exits into Virginia from North Carolina, and they had a Subway there, and I thought, hey, this will be perfect. Levi's a vegetarian, and they've got vegetarian options, and guys, that was my whole weekend. My whole weekend was having to cater to this guy, and his dietary needs. But anyway, we stopped at the Subway.
Ryan had to have Taco Bell.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
yeah, it was ridiculous, and
I'm so
we
glad you're still part of the show. Thank you.
we we stopped at this Subway, and well, first of all, we go in the gas station first. It's a Subway connected to a gas station.
And
Levi goes to the bathroom, and I'm waiting for him.
hold up. Before I even enter the gas station, I'm like, this is the kind of place where you can buy a butterfly knife. I was
Yeah,
really stoked.
yeah,
Total disappointment.
yeah. There were no butterfly knives.
Yep. Unless they were concealed in someone's pocket.
Yeah, well, of course. So we go in the gas station. Levi's in the bathroom. I'm waiting on Levi, and the person working at the gas station, and I guess she had to go outside for something, and she looks at me and she goes, "Hey, if anybody comes in here, could you just tell them I'm outside? I just don't want it to get crazy in here." And I'm like, uh, sure. I'm like, I guess I work here now. I guess I'm in charge. Like while she was gone, I was in charge of the gas station.
I know why she had to leave. I know why she had to leave.
Why?
You know how the gas pumps, like the hoses go up like here?
Yeah,
What if
yeah.
you just fell the fuck off
Oh,
and almost hit a lady? Because
oh,
we went to Subway, got our sandwiches, and Ryan's going to tell you about that. But I went back in because after Ryan tells you the Subway experience, this will make sense. I didn't want to order a drink in Subway. After Ryan tells you about that, it'll make sense. So I went back in to there, got my drink, got some chips, and that same clerk told me about how basically the gas pump disassembled and the hose with the metal couplings almost cracked a woman's skull, and she had to deal with that. And I didn't know about how you got deputized at that store until we were on the road. But that's why.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't tell me that.
Do you
I,
still,
I guess we didn't really.
do you still have the
Huh?
she gave you? Do you still have the name tag she gave you?
Nah, I threw it away. I threw it away.
Okay, so into Subway, right?
Yeah, we go in. Well, we went in the subway. It was fine or whatever. But there was a 90-year-old woman I working the counter, and we could hear like two teenagers like in the back just yapping away while this 90-year-old's like doing everything. Like there's a customer in front of us, and then helping us, and I was just like, I think I looked at Levi and was like, I don't even think she's gonna make it to make our order. Like, I mean, there was an undertaker right next to her. He's like measuring her for her casket. I mean, it was crazy, and
It's
I
not
was
funny
like,
because
I was like, man, I feel bad, but can someone take my fucking order? That's
what
all I'm asking for.
what sucks is the system is such that she has to be there.
Yeah.
Not there because she wants to be. She has to be for whatever, however that, whatever that is.
Uh, Levi, her name tag said sandwich artist. She does it because she loves it.
But that doesn't change the fact that we wanted our fucking sandwiches and to get on the road.
Yeah.
What a like moral dilemma did Ryan and myself find ourselves in?
None. I don't know. Did we? I don't know. I was fine with the
I
situation.
think we're still struggling with it. We're talking about it here.
Yeah. Yeah, we are. We are. So we left there. We went we didn't have another stop until late. That was like what, 6 o'clock, something like that.
Yeah.
Uh yeah. We didn't stop again until I don't know. It was probably 10 something. It was pretty late. And stopped at another gas station, and uh you know the bathroom was
Where was
terrifying.
that? Where was that?
I have no idea. Somewhere in West Virginia.
West Virginia, but it was kind of more built up. Um,
I think it was close to Morgantown.
I think so. I think so. It it had facilities. It had a lot of stuff. It was not a QT, not a Sheets, but whatever version of that situation, it was that. I walked in
They
there.
had an orange Julius there.
What?
We didn't even talk about that. They had an orange Julius there.
I didn't know it was there.
Yeah.
Thanks, Ryan.
Yeah.
Look forward to the next road trip with you. All the things you won't tell me about. No,
I don't know if it was, I don't think it was open, but yeah.
so I walk in, you're doing your thing, you're gassing up. I walk in, and the clerk just got off like a rap battle in a parking garage. He came straight from 8 Mile into this place. He weighed 80 pounds. His hat, his snapback, his backward snapback weighed more than him. And he's like eyeballing me the entire time I'm in there like I owe him money. So I do my thing, and I have the presence of mind that if we want, I don't know, the beer sale situation, um, but I know I can get it now. So I bought some beer and some snacks. You got some snacks, and I understand due diligence. I understand doing your job, but I'm 50 years old, and I'm pretty sure I look 50 years old. So I put my stuff on the counter, and Peanut M&M goes, Can I see your license, sir? Can I see your ID? I'm pretty sure that he thought I was somebody. He must know us from the channel, and he just wanted verification. So I put my ID down, and off we go.
Yeah. Occam's razor certainly makes me think that he was like, those are the comics in the making guys,
Well, here's the deal. He didn't know
and I'm gonna ID him just to make sure that that's Levi Erickson.
he didn't know we were comics in the making because 100% this kid sells beer to ninth graders. There's no
Oh yeah,
there's no question. He was
yeah,
worried about my age, you know. Uh,
yeah,
I think both of us are like in that weird kind of realm where we're outsiders. It's a small enough town. They know a lot of people travel through. They know we're not from there. He's like, "Is this somebody? I don't, why else?
he thought you were a cop.
Could be.
Yeah,
I also have a feeling he knows all the cops.
yeah, oh yeah, because he works with them.
Anyways, we had that interaction.
Well, that's our episode about Eddie Pecan. Thanks for showing up.
Yeah, we might have to reshoot this. Um, Stay with us. It was a 7-hour drive.
Well, all right. So we get to the hotel after meeting Peanut Eminem, and uh, uh, everything's going smoothly. We get down and we can't open our door.
Hold on, back that up. It is before
This is going to be like a 3-hour episode.
it is before, it is before midnight. It is before midnight. We boogied from Charlotte, left my house at 4, southeast Mecklenburg County.
Mm-hmm.
And we hauled ass. Vape, vape. We hauled ass. You're sending a bad message to all the kids watching.
I know.
Anyways, table that. Um, we haul ass up to Pittsburgh. 7 hours. Didn't feel like 7 hours. We crossed from West
Yeah.
to Pittsburgh, and there is not a car in front of us. There's not a car behind us. There are no cars in the, southbound at all. There aren't lights along the interstate, and we're listening to, cryptid podcasts. It was
Oh
perfect.
yeah.
We're like, where's the Bigfoot? Oh, Bigfoot. Road crossing. Let's do this.
It was so dark. And I'm not a stranger to driving through West Virginia. Um, and although this is a different part of West Virginia that I'm used to driving in. I'm usually driving in the western part, and this was more eastern. And uh uh it was dark, and I would have expected on a Friday night uh driving anywhere on an interstate that you're going to have traffic.
Yeah.
And as soon as we were off of 77, um it was just like nobody. There was nothing. And I mean all the way to even when we got to Pittsburgh. Uh and I know West Mifflin's kind of outside of Pittsburgh, just a little bit. I mean, it's essentially kind of like, where you live to Charlotte. Um, close to that. There still wasn't a lot of traffic. It was weird. It was
Yeah.
weird.
So, like you said, we get to the hotel. It's not quite midnight. We make great time.
Yeah.
And
And we get to our room. I put the key on the handle, turns green like it's supposed to, and we cannot open the door. And I go, Levi, am I being an idiot? You do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. Levi does it. He can't do it either. I'm like, okay, well, good. I'm not an idiot, or I am. We're both idiots. So we go back to the front desk. I tell her what happened. She's kind of like, well, I mean, I guess I could reset the key or something and we could see if that works. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure it's something with the mechanism.
Yep.
And she's like, well, we'll try that, but I don't know. And I'm just thinking, like, what do you mean, like, I don't know? Like, what part of this, what part of this is really my problem? Like we paid a lot of money to be here this weekend. You are gonna figure this out, you know. But I didn't have to get to that point, but she resets the keys. We go back down there. Guess what? Doesn't work. We go back to the counter,
Yeah.
and she goes, "Well, I guess I'll walk down there with you guys and I'll check it." She's like, "Just so you know, though, I don't think we got any other doubles, and uh, you know, might have to put you in another room." And I'm just like, "Yeah,
A room.
yeah,
That's what we're here
yeah, we need a
for.
room."
So so we get there and she does the key and just goes like blam when it turns green and opens the door.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Well,
almost
now, not on the first try though. The first
okay,
try she
okay,
did it, it did not open.
okay.
It took her a couple times to get it open.
But yeah, she eventually just went like sharp blam and gets in. And we're like, okay, cool. Don't go. Ryan, go inside. I'm gonna try to open the thing. Blam. You know, it's midnight. We're trying to not blam. Um, I get in. Ryan, you go do it. Proof of concept. Make sure we can get in and out
We had to practice opening doors. That's what we had to
in,
do.
with the supervision of the desk clerk. And
Yeah.
and you know, it all worked out. We're in our room. We're happy and we're excited for the next morning.
What happened then? I don't know. I don't
Well,
care.
we went back to Charlotte. It was
We went back to Charlotte. Yeah. Okay, so here now let's talk about what the important stuff that actually happened this weekend.
yep. So fast forward to here. We'll put it to
Okay, so Eddie Pecan, you know, let's talk about this. Obviously, this is put on by the family of Ed Piskor. This is in memory of Ed Piskor. This is to keep his memory alive. Um, these guys have never put on a show before. Um, this is not their thing. This was Ed's thing. Um, and we 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 shot a video on Levi's phone directly uh after the show. Actually, when we were on our way to dinner with the other attendees of the show. And in the video on our way there, I mentioned um leading up to this, I I don't want to say I expected this, but I knew there was a chance that this show could be a bit of a clusterfuck. It was put together very quickly. I knew it was put together by people that don't normally put shows together. And it was nothing against anybody. I just knew that this stuff's hard to do. And I was okay with that. And so I was expecting um it, there just to be some fumbles. That's all I'm saying. Levi, there were no fumbles. This thing went off without a hitch. We had packets for every single person that had a table had packets, had badges, had cookies, had letters, stickers, everything.
they signed
Um,
every like letter that they included with the package. The family
right.
signed
Uh,
every one of them themselves.
yeah. Everyone was. I mean, they had a ton of people volunteering and helping. Um, uh, to direct all of us and let us know what was going on. And um, it it I've done a bunch of shows. I've done a lot of shows, and we've had some very friendly uh, people put on shows before. Library Con, I would give an example. Always very good to us. Um, uh, this was above and beyond,
Yeah.
above and beyond. And then the show starts, and the feeling of camaraderie between the artists, between the vendors, between the family, between the people that were showing up. A lot of the people showing up, I mean, just right off the bat, a lot of the people showing up were people in Ed's family.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Which really, I mean, we talked about it there. That really hit us. That like, wow, this is, and that's the thing when we talk about stuff like this. I think it's easy to. I think a lot of us that were fans of cartoonist kayfabe, uh, we felt like we knew Ed, even though we might not have known Ed, or maybe we just met him a few times. But you allow that person into your life on a daily basis, and so it's like, oh yeah, like I know that guy. Actually, being there in the town he lived
Yeah.
in a show being put on by his family, and then meeting his aunts and his uncles and his nieces and his nephews. Uh, Boy, you realize just how much that I guess humanizes a person, and also I think in all fairness for us, it makes you realize how much you really didn't know him.
Right.
And I'm not saying that in a bad way. I'm just saying it as like for all of us who are like, yeah, no, we knew him. Now those people, they knew him,
Yes.
and that family put this on in this just crazy short amount of time, came together and did this and did it right, did it right, did it justice. And I mean, and I don't want to speak for them.
Mm-hmm.
um I didn't tell you, but I got a survey at the end of the week, just asking how they did and stuff like that. Obviously I gave them glowing responses because I felt that way.
Right.
But I have every feeling that they're gonna do this again, and I hope they
So
keep this going.
I hope.
And but so that right there was just like right off the bat, it was like I'm thinking I don't give a shit how many books I sell.
No. Yeah.
And we talked about it on the way there, where I was like, I have zero expectations for this show. I've done first year shows before, um, and typically the audience is very small, and you just kind of get what you get.
Well, that's the difference between like other shows and this show. The purpose was not to go, oh, we're coming here to sell a bunch of books.
Right,
The purpose was we are here for Ed.
right,
We are here for his family. We are here to commune. And that was the vibe. That was 100% the vibe that I got from the other creators that I met,
yeah,
you know. But it wasn't just a creator like I was thinking that this could be a convention in the most literal sense of the word. And that it could have been just us creators being together with the family, you know. Um that wasn't the case. We had all that, but we also had the comic book fans of Ed, um, fans of Jim, fans of Tom, uh, fans of Don that came along, but they also experienced the whole thing. Um, the the expectation was to, break bread with these people. That was my expectation. The reality was that, and then some. We experienced a family, and I can't help but imagine that when Ed would talk about his vision to do conventions, to turn cartoonist kayfabe, to push it and expand it into its own convention, that they listened. They didn't just go, "Oh, Ed's a cartoonist. He's an artist. He does this stuff. I don't understand what he does, but he's really good at it." Yada yada. They listened to him when I'm sure he described in detail what what he envisioned, with the guiding hands of, I'm sure, Jim Rugg and Tom and others that helped direct, how this came to be. It was the ideal show that I've ever attended, or, in any capacity,
Yeah.
without a doubt. Leaving, my own, like sales and the people that, got interested in the channel, the people that got interested in, us, our work, leaving that aside, it was the best experience I've had at a comic book convention
Yeah.
that I can remember. And the setting was so, like, it was at a like a VFW hall, but for firefighters, right?
Right.
And
Hmm.
the firefighters were involved. They had concessions. Um, you know, it, I mean, a cup of coffee was $1. You know, you could get burgers and shrimp baskets and all kinds of stuff. Um, it was $4 or $5. It, and they kept checking on us and making sure we were good. And Heroes does that, big shows do that, but you know, I think the proportion of the attention and the care, you know, proportionally, it was just extraordinary.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the connection with the other
Yeah.
creators. We're there
No,
all
I,
there for that reason.
right. No, and like I said, the camaraderie I felt at this show I have not had in a really long time, and I've done some small shows and that yeah, no, it was there and it was great. I mean, we had a great time at Matthews Comic Con. It was a small group of artists. But this was literally everybody that was there. Everybody that was there. Um, it was just uh yeah, just yeah, no, I can't say it enough. A feeling of camaraderie I haven't felt in a long time.
It was overwhelming.
And do what?
It was overwhelming.
It was overwhelming. No, and I and we talked about it I mean a bunch afterwards and on the way home, and um it was great. It was great. I can't wait. God, I hope they do it again. I like I said, I have every feeling that they're going to.
Yep.
Um, I I don't want to make a promise, but I feel like if there's any way that we can make it back up there, we're gonna try and make it back up there.
Yep.
Um,
Yep. There were people
it,
from Canada, LA,
yeah,
New York,
yep.
Cincinnati, Atlanta.
Hawaii, I
Oh,
think Maui Comics was there.
yep. Yep. I mean, it was, people came to this show. And of course, lots of local people, obviously the family. Um, and and it really was something very, very, very special.
Yeah.
And we had the dinner afterwards. Uh,
Yes.
that was super cool. Uh, I'm still overwhelmed, reflecting on this whole thing. I don't think I've really had a good chance to process it, considering, you know, once we landed back home, and then jumping into this week. So
Right.
talking to you right now is starting to spring things back in my memory that it's I'm processing it right now in real time as we're talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, overwhelming, wonderful, nothing but great things to say. Um, and we will do it again if given the opportunity, without a doubt.
Yeah. For sure. For sure.
Um, Tune into part two where Ryan and I talk for 25 minutes about the trip home.
More gas stations, uh, more tales of fast food.
No, bro, we we went to the Flatwoods Monster Museum. That's it.
Do you see the poster
That is it. Yeah, yeah.
right there? I
And
put
that
the
was dope.
sticker on there,
That was dope.
and I'm wearing the shirt.
Oh man,
I'm all Flatwoods
trifecta,
out. I'm all Flatwoods out.
trifecta.
Uh,
Flatwoods Monster, one of the first alien close encounter reports going back to the 50s.
yep, yep. West Virginia is full of high strangeness, and we had to. I've been to the Mothman Museum, and so we had to go to the Flatwoods Monster Museum, which was a lot of fun. Real quick stop. I mean, hey, if you're driving down 79 and you're going through Braxton County,
Mhm.
um, hey, just take a short trip to what's the name of the town that it's in? Because it's not Flatwoods,
Sutton, West
Sutton.
Virginia.
Yeah, take a quick stop, go in there. It was a lot of fun. And some of the big might still be there. I don't know. Maybe some people have picked them up, but Levi dropped a few copies off. So
And they have a Bigfoot museum that's closed on Sundays. We didn't get to see it. So Flat,
yeah,
Flatwoods Monster, Bigfoot Museum on the same block. Um,
yep.
Swing by. Brought to you by the Sutton, West Virginia Tourism Board.
It was really nice of them to sponsor us and give us these hats and t-shirts. I also got a plushie, but my daughter has that. So,
Wearing a king
but
hat like I always do. So
yeah. Uh-oh. I'm losing my light. All right, there it goes. We're about out of time. So our next show is Queen City Zine Fest. Um can Queen
September.
City Zine Fest live up to Eddie Pecan?
No, it
I
can't.
want it.
Making the call. No.
Hey, I'm sure we're gonna have a great time. It's not. But we're looking forward to it. We can't wait to be there.
No shade
Um
to the Zine Fest. I mean, this was unique and
yeah,
sorry. What's the date on that Queen City Zine Fest?
looking it up right now in the
You have
few
about
seconds,
you have
the few
about 40
seconds that we
seconds.
have. September 28th. That is a Saturday.
All right.
Um, so come see us there. It's at the Charlotte Knights Theater.
Hell yeah.
Until then, just do the damn thing.
Do it.